That's true. I like that you mentioned about stadium. I think they are practically taking stadium as a gym. Since you mentioned about some of the players actually did work out in the gym, they're probably like, let's hit the gym, guys. The stadium and the gym in the game. It's going to be stadium. But we do have slightly a northern circle. You mentioned something about north, and we might ended up probably the circle of Pastrack and Lyon Spectre. That's always going to be the usual favourable place. But we've seen once. I think I've seen once where this kind of circle did hovering around just south of Low Marston.
I'm also looking at Danqing as well. Also another common early fight spot. We have at least two teams there. But we are going to zoom in around the area of stadium. So we have E Arena and Team Nemesis. Now I noticed that Team Nemesis, they sent out Dale as that fourth player to revive. So whatever happens to them, they'll be okay. But this fight between AZ Slumber and also Team Panda will happen.
But I don't think they want to fully commit. Maybe the fourth player actually waiting around the recall tower in case things going south for the engagement early on, like we mentioned yesterday as well. A lot of teams aggressively try to take one down just to get some points, while the teammates are waiting at the end of the recall tower just to make sure they will get everything done. Here comes points coming in already for MEC as well as 52. Pandem, they try to get one, but it's quite difficult against AZ. They're not giving it away easily.
Taking a chill for now. But that look at whatever happens, like these two teams, they have another player elsewhere. The standard strategy for this map. So let's see here as music, the DP. Oh, Tubrenki runs back. He'll be safe for now, but oh, somebody's shooting at Mizi. I wonder where that came from. Probably Dimsy is the one.
He got himself a wall to barricade, so I think Dimsy will have some problems to clear around. He would just have to move around the corner. Now going to Bobby Rallis. Bobby from AZ Slumber. But the thing is, the problem they're facing, they don't have enough resources just yet. Slowly try to lift up. It's going to be Bobby, but I do have small camera in the small screen. That's going to be E Arena. Seems to be engaging as well. And for side of E Arena, that's going to be around stadium, I think. But back towards AZ. Around a Danqing area. BTR getting on Charcoal. But I think between these two, it seems like a bit of a stalemate for.
Here comes Team Z. Not going to get the shots though. He's easy on the other end, but then again, his bullets are running low as well, so that's something that he needs to consider. Anyway, Nizi will go down. Now Team Tandem, they have the upper hand in the fight. Rios kicks around, carries down your soft places with his teammate as Dimsy goes in and gets Bobby Rallis out, eliminated. But whatever it is, AZ Slumber, they still have another player elsewhere. But Calamity, aka CZ, is still in the same area.
Oh, he's not waiting for CZ to get eliminated first. He's just going to go for the recall instead. So they have to maybe just the same tower, but CZ is down on the ground. That's going to be it. While the rest of AZ already got revived different plays elsewhere. Last we've seen one of their members around Tulin just on the outskirts of Danqing here. So maybe they want to have another go if they want to get themselves redemption for AZ Slumber. They're quite nearby. But back to us around stadium, we saw earlier on E Arena. I think they engaged against a different team before and they scored themselves a tree. So I guess the whole crew got revived afterwards.
Well, looks like Voin scored one and Pangeran McJoe is going to fire back. Chill out. I've International recalled, E Arena recalled as well. Okay, so they reset back to the full squad. Murna is visited by Firen from RRQ, but he's on the other side of the hill, so Murna won't have a good view of him. Instead, that's a signal for him to retreat back to his teammates.
YG. They weren't so great yesterday as well when it comes to the Rondo map. I think they got eliminated early yesterday. So I think they definitely want to play slightly safer in the start for YG right now, knowing that they need to redeem themselves for yesterday's Rondo. Because Rondo is the map that you don't want to get executed early as a team because, well, I mean, a couple of team members can be recalled, but if the entire crew got finished down early, there's no more for you to gain any points. And this is the most free point map when it comes to Rondo.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right? Because of the recall feature. And teams will need to take advantage of that. BTR, they're definitely taking advantage of the situation. They managed to get one player from Team 52, and Bond is on the ground right now. And BTR is coming in, but then again, Team Flash is around the corner as well, so they could be the one to steal those points away. Bond locked in by Razy, and Manzi will need to find a way to get away because he is the final active player. Oh no, he's the second last active player for Team 52. They're quite scattered out.
I think they're trying to find a recall tower nearby, but I don't think it's plenty around where they at last time. Yeah, they definitely try to find their way into any recall tower, but caught in the process of transitioning, and Federalis finished them off in a way. That's going to be the last one of 52, but that's going to be Magnae's spotlight back. That's not 52 anymore. Federalis on the other hand, yesterday was quite tame. I'm surprised that Federalis didn't go as crazy as he did last year, just like he did last time. Razak instead is taking the lead when it comes to the points. 4 points for BTL right now.
4 already. And Razak brought in 3. E-Arena got one player from Nemesis, and Moments now together with Hades. They are spending time in the blue though. E-Arena already 4 elimination points. Pretty healthy start for E-Arena. And they're not done yet. They want to collect more points. There's Drax on the other end. Momon shows up, and Momon will tap him down.
Well, this is what I want to see. Whether Nemesis has what it takes to fight against veteran teams like E-Arena. The best of veterans. Turney K finished that one off, leaving Nemesis the last player. I think that's going to be Demios. That's last one standing, perhaps. Because we don't see him taken out yet. I think, if I missed it, I'm sorry, but that secures 6 elimination in Arena's pocket right now. And yesterday they scored themselves 12 eliminations, despite they didn't get themselves number 1 or chicken dinner yesterday, but they scored themselves number 3 at 12 eliminations.
Ooh, and circle shift. Lots of teams already in the middle of the circle, so naturally they will still get this stage. I'm looking all the way on the southern side. Yes, thank you, observers. So we have Magna Esports Club here amongst Pangeran McJoe, our favorite team name of the season. And who's that player from MEC? Could be Volky though. It's Kim. Okay, Kim is the only player here.
I think they're struggling to find themselves those recall towers because of the blue start the string and stage 3s. When it comes to the next circle, it's not going to be a lot of recall towers anymore, but there are some, I think, around at the edge of the circle. That's why a lot of teams seems to be hovering around at the same spot, and some teams still staying in the blue zone just in case anything bad happen. At least there's a recall tower nearby. Like how we're looking at Ting Long Garden, there's one recall tower nearby last we've seen around the map. But on the side of AZ, last time we saw they were fighting against Sleep Panda once more after their recall before.
In AZ Slumber now, they do have this hill to play with. Gives them protection, but doesn't give them a good view. Different fights happening elsewhere, including Sharper Esports. Sakura just got Leons from Team Tandem, and Sharper Esports looks like they're falling apart. NC2 coming in. Chaco at the forefront as well. Only one player left for Team Thailand. They want to finish up the job. They're going to come in from both sides before the NC2 locks in those points. One last target to go. And here comes Kamsa with the S-K. They circle around, ringing around the Rosie. And the Rose will fall. But wait a second. Someone else just arrived. Oh, it's AZ Slumber.
Well, speaking of cleaning it clean, I thought Aspie got it in the bag just now. Whilst on the side of the other team, they were fighting against, which was Pandem, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it MEC? They managed to recall. MJ next going against Mac Joes, going into his MEC members. Finish him off. But that was such a turn just now by AZ. What a perfect timing coming in.
And because Sata took too much damage,
I'm not mistaken, or was it MEC? They managed to recall MJ next going against Mac Joes, going into his MEC members. Finish him off. But that was such a turn just now by AZ. What a perfect timing coming in.
And because Sata took too much damage, now he's knocked. They are 3,600 meters away, stage number 2. They can still pick up Sata and try to go for it. I'm sure they have enough healing utilities to share. Like Linux, he has 6 first aid, so Sata should be fine. And from what we learned yesterday, Angera McJoe, they need to keep Sata alive. There were a couple of rounds where he went out super duper early, so they need to find a way to just not let him go out that early. And it will give them a better chance of that top 5 shot.
Yeah, yesterday, especially the first 3 maps, to see that happen. Sata's always the first one to get ousted. But this is going to be the last of Nemesis here standing, surrounded by Irina. It's going to be Dale. He's just hugging the corner, hoping he won't get discovered by the rest of Irina. They're leaving for Irina, but Dale hoping there's nobody else dropping by. There's still 2 players of Irina. And a Hive player seems to be hovering about as well. So he's hoping and praying that these 2 will find while he managed to take an exit out. But Tony K feels like he can smell him.
Ooh, he's still around though. Tony K is on the other building. Oh, but look at this. E-Arena is here. Range is here as well. They're just praying hard right now. But so far, so good. Looks like they didn't check the building where Dale is at, and Tourniquet is leaving now.
Yeah, I don't think they want to waste time. I don't think they even noticed they didn't check that corner just now. They were in the same building, but didn't check every single room. Knowing that the room that Dale was in pretty much has nothing in it, so they didn't even bother to check. So that's pretty much a saving grace for Nemesis for now. I'm not sure if he can find himself a recall tower since the circle shrink anytime soon. When it comes to stage 4, practically there's no more recall tower around the circle. But 52 spotted out YG, and they are very scattered for YG. If you look at the map, Matsusma is alone while Monet is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he's on a recall mission. Not too sure about that, but Yagu Radicals, they could use a recall now. 2 players eliminated. Speaking about elimination, that could happen to Manzi now from Team 52. It's out in the open, and Momo will lock in that point. The rest of Team 52 have to leave this one, but E-Arena might be chasing them. Here they go. They are hungry for points.
Joker taking the lead, giving a bit of a poking attributes towards the side of 52. D Xavier's on the other hand, engaging against RRQ. We talked about RRQ before, and seems like they've been side of 52. D Xavier's on the other hand, engaging against RRQ. We talked about RRQ before, and seems like they've been gate capped by the teams. D Xavier's getting on Vaughn. Vaughn, I think, giving away information. Kiddo straight away responding to it, but it's a bit hard for him to visualize their target.
And that could be it for Bondo. They're trying to lock in the point, and the point goes to D Xavier thanks to Paragen. Young guy goes, Mernat just took out Genforce from RRQ. Potato took out Leon's. Wonderful fights happening elsewhere. While D Xavier happily hugging the middle of the circle. Mernat and Fira 1v1 in the blue. And we're coming to stage 4 soon. This fight has to end quickly. And here comes Farron. Goes back up to the second floor.
I want to see the POV of the player. Monet playing in the blue like Josie mentioned, tugging out the HP. But it's going to be YG winning over RQ. But at least they still have 2 more players alive. But I don't know if they can reach out to it where Hale already holding that recall tower, unless if they want to adventure into Lo Huasi at a high stake time here. We're talking about stage number 5 for them to get there and to take the blue in is not going to be easy. That's a very painful blue. So I guess they have to fight here if they want to get to the recall tower for RRQ.
Oh, somebody's still behind Mormon and Mormon has no clue. Oh, that's Dale. Oh man, he has been here for like the longest time. He can call this house the Dale house now. But lucky enough for him that E-Arena left, so now is his chance. But does he have a vehicle though?
Mormon still not checking this back. I guess Dale just left his property already, knowing that's clear for him to exit out, taking the advantage. Pandem spotted at Void right across, quite spread out for Pandem players in a straight line. But 52, unfortunately, I don't think they can actually find any recall tower. Got pinned down by players as well. There's 2 teams ousted for now. 14 teams at stage number 4. In less than 2 minutes and 10 seconds, we're going to see a lot of crash afterwards when they try to migrate into the circle soon. MJ's thinking how to circle around it. But thankfully, I don't think there's anybody else going to it slightly on the north where MJ's at if they want to enter in.
Yeah, they can kind of circle around, I believe, towards the right side. Or do they want points? Well, objectively, they could use points, though. They're currently at number 14 with only 25 points. I'm sure they wouldn't mind picking up some of that. But if Team Pandem's not interested and they left, well, I guess it's the signal to MJ to leave as well.
Oh, but MJ is willing to fight Void, though. Seems like they're slightly engaged and committed to it. Speaking of engagement, here comes another team popping a lot of smoke. E-Arena will be one of it. And as well as Hive. E-Arena Joker quite spread out within his teammates. I'm not sure where are the rest, but we can see a bit of them at the edge of the minimap just now. So I think they're very scattered and spread out for E-Arena. That's just how they played yesterday. It feels like they're playing as a solo player, but with the intention of gaining intel only. But try to run away and survive. And also try to get points whenever they can. That's going to be the main objective for E-Arena. Gaining intel first, then regroup, and then they try to discuss what to do about it.
Oh, and Dale is still in the game, but he's not in the circle yet. Does have this shack though, but I don't think he has anything else in front of him. And BTR might spot him out. So we'll see what happens to Dale later on, because E-Arena is around the corner as well, and now the blue will arrive on top of Dale. He has to decide on what to do.
Spot it out. Hive, 10k will want to regroup. Like I mentioned, E-Arena is all about getting info first, and then they will regroup and try to think about how they approach. But the circle will shrink. I think he'll definitely going to be in it, but the compound is theirs as well, and probably a lot of teams will try to challenge them, but for now a lot of teams will try to give it a focus on towards the edge of the circle or slightly on the outskirts, where we're watching MJ, Pandem and Void. MacJoe, Pandem and also Void happen to be at a triangle battle just to squeeze into the south of the circle.
And where is MJ going to squeeze right now? Look at this. 3 different teams in front of them. Void, Team Pandem, and AZ Slumber on the other side. Satas keeping eye. He sees the smoke. He knows that somebody's behind this rock. And that's going to be Vojo. We'll check on them later, because right now up north we have E-Arena in a fight with Hive International. Schwabs with this nade across. Will it land? And it will. Taking out the captain range.
Ooh. Was close enough, but nades galore flying, exchange hands, and Presley hitting on Danny K. Is it going to be go time for Hive? They got himself the opening, but the nade still flying over to his Hive side. It will stunt their movement. They're not advancing forward. They are at 3 players only. It's going to be 3v3 between E-Arena and Hive for now. But E-Arena, this knockdown slightly pulled them for a retreat back towards the barricade to revive their members. Schwab's eating a lot of nade just now. While they're still going for the nades galore between these 2 teams, Mormon will have to pick up Schwabs, while we do have a different team engaging towards the high grounds around the hillside.
And 9 eliminations now for E-Arena, and they can still pick up Schwabs. This is a monster of a team here we're talking about. While for Pangeran MacJoe, they're in the fight with Voin. We're going to put focus onto E Arena now because they're surrounded by so many other teams, including BTR coming in too. Passing by is going to be BTR now. They are right on top of E Arena. BTR wouldn't mind taking out E Arena. Wow, they are top contenders for the trophy.
Speaking of getting a trophy, a lot of teams try to gain as much point here, willing to give all their throwables just for the sake of the points. They would treat them like a dime right now for every single point. Try to make use of whatever they have. Running pretty dry for E Arena with those multiple nades being tossed. Danny K on the ground again, and this time he is eating the nades from Raimon. And there's another one taking that down as well. Joker, their front liner for E Arena in shambles. Limb by limb taken out by Hive, but Hive, they're not taking the push in yet. And now finally we have the green light and going in with the vehicle pressure, going through the smoke, trying to run at the rest. Oh no!
Oh, red zone! Oh man, drive by, one more to go, but wait! Moment! Save the day! Moment, the hero of the arena!
11 elimination with slither of health remaining. Moment pulled it off again. This guy just don't know how to die, but here comes another contender. They're still licking their wounds. These saviors for the next challenger here. Will Moment pull it off again?
Oh, if you can do it for the second time, it's going to be insane. But then again, it's the Xavier we're talking about here. And Momo, final active player for E Arena. He still has Shrubs together with him, but can he revive Shrubs in time? Because right now, the Xavier, they're circling around. They want to end the job. They see Momo and they move in. Shrubs will get out first. Momo left alone with 50% of health. They will all go in onto him. And that is it for E Arena. But still, they're able to collect 11 elimination points.
Oh, that was one big flashy move by Mormon just now, but got finished off by the Xaviers as a housekeeping team. But on the side of E Arena, I have to say, Mormon, he got all the qualities you need to have as a star player. Great attitude, charisma, and a crazy clutch in the game.
Insane. Absolutely insane play by Mormon there. If only the MVP does not come from the winning team, it could be Mormon for this round. But anyway, it will come from a winning team, and we still have 7 of them that can potentially score this chicken dinner. Team number 6 because next team to be eliminated, and number 8 with 1 elimination point. They are out currently at number 15, and they need to claw back a lot of points in the next 2 games.
At least Dale's hide and seek games ended. He doesn't have to be feeling, careful too much anymore. They can prepare themselves for Wrangle. But teams that remain here down to 7. AZ in trouble here, down to 2 players. Got shot from afar. Well, BTR, they try to tail the rest of MEC. Another one bites the dust. That's going to be MJ leaving us at 6 teams at stage number 6. But there's quite a number of teams around the south side. Majority of the teams happen to be on the south of circle right now. Team Flash surrounded by so many teams. They are happening to be the center of attention. Team Flash, BTR focusing on AZ as well. Look at the nades flying over to Wins on the ground. Tops as well. 1 HP, barely alive. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that was so close. And Razak from the side will get tops. But Team Flash is not out in yet. They still have Bo though. But a win will be eliminated by Razak. BTR bringing more points for their team. We still have Bo together with Zeus. The twins that will need to do it for the team as Tops taking damage and will be eliminated by Levi's from D Xavier.
Full squad, D Xavier's BTR and Hill. Team Flash, Rose and Zeus. The twins. How will they work things out? Chemistry-wise, nobody questions. Since they were baby, they got great chemistry. And now the chemistry in PUBG Mobile. How will they wrap around the 3 teams, 3 giant teams, heavy hitters, top teams, arguably one of the best in the world as well, BTR, D Xaviers and Hill. When it comes to numbers, Cloud, look at the Xaviers throwables. They have been saving it for this, it's explicitly for this time only.
Yeah, for the final moment, right? They are ready for it. Look at this. 17 frags, 16 smokes, 6 mollies. Man, they are well stocked up. And they also have 12 eliminations already now. So they're making up from their point losses for being number 1. Let's see circle time, and it goes to entirely D Xavier circle.
Oh my. D Xavier's presented in silver plate. With 12 eliminations, plenty of double-digit eliminations for Rondo map. But they're making use of it and did actually redeem their yesterday's Rondo. D Xaviers, they got eliminated early, and look at where they at right now. But Hill now is going to be a 3v2 for Team Flash and Hill. They both have the least amount of play. Never mind, Hill managed to reset back as a 4. Team Flash, sadly, they have the worst position in this case. They move forward. Hill and BTR both try to steal the points away. Oh, this is going to be tough entry in with that Dacia.
Ooh, and Hill Esports waiting right in front of Team Flash. You see a Nate being cooked up. Toss across, but before that, Zeus managed to break through. But can he survive though? That's going to be the other question. Looks like the answer is no, as Tiger X got him. Zeus eliminated, there goes Bo as well. That is it for Team Flash, now down to the top 3.
Federalis move himself to find an off angle. Spotted out Nate T. D Xavier's Lamborghini open their angles wider. To recounter Federalis, trying to close them off. And for D Xavier's Nate T, he needs to leave slightly a bit late for him to leave. Federalis chucked down quite a number of damage of bullet, soak in so much of that. A BTR, I feel bad for Hill. He's slowly crouching in, but Canary, he's down to only 10% of HP, and D Xavier's know exactly where he's at. And don't have enough health utilities to barely got any. He got himself a couple of pills. But other than that, the troubles, he got no smoke, so he pretty much stuck where he's at.
Yeah, so he's going to play the patience game now, waiting for his teammates to rotate. They're on their way right now. And here comes Newey at the forefront. They're going to charge it onto D Xavier straight up. They're not going to wait for Levi for his name to cook. And here comes Lamborghini getting Tiger X by trading back by getting Levi. Newey from the other side as well. Coming in with multiple shots with his SOK. They managed to get pirated on the ground. But Newey, he needs a little bit of space for him to reset himself. Nade after nade, he will pop that smoke to buy him a little bit more space and time to heal.
Oh, that vehicle will be the biggest barricade for him right now. Axel trying to find a loophole, trying to find a way in, and the Xaviers, they've been sandwiched hard left, right. Federalis jumping over. Hill against BTR right now, leaving Lamborghini to manage to revive his teammate fallen just now. Hill refocused, shifted over to BTR, coming in towards the side of Hill. Mega Earth reviving. BTR, they shifted their focus. That seems to be the saving grace for the Xaviers.
Oh, and D Xavier, they were sandwiched by 2 teams, and that's why right now they're only down to 2 active players. They're on the other side. And because of that distraction, that will give space for Hill Esports to reset. Newey's back up again. Federal is trying to charge forward, but this nade onto Mega Earth. It's still alright. So far, so good. It's going to be a 3-way war. Who trigger first?
Less than a minute to decide. Time's not on anybody's side, but it's definitely going to be the Xaviers at the worst case position. Earth from Hill. That's a big nade. They know exactly. Canary definitely want to take the points away. And the rest of Hill already going, pushing forward towards the rest of the Xaviers. There's no room at all for Lamborghini to actually do anything about it. Newey, on the other hand, trying to wrap around BTR. Hoping he could get the other angle perspective against the Xaviers as well at the same time. But they're quite close to BTR. The Xaviers managed to revive on Lamborghini Nate T. I mean, very careful for Hill, despite they got those knockdowns early on.
Yeah, if only BTR's not dead, they'll surely push towards D Xavier after that knock, but because of that situation, then D Xavier, they reset back as a duo. They're now locked in with each other, but stage 9, people, it's time. It's time for the grand finale for this round.
Nate T. They have plenty of troubles before for the Xaviers now. Running dry. It's all about matter of time. Who start to open fire first? Numbers wise, BTI and Hill pretty much have very similar amount, but when it comes to percentage, And also their position is going to be more towards BTR. They have more grounds, slightly elevation. He'll have the least amount of elevations and the least amount of ground as well. Same goes for the Xaviers. This is BTR's game based on the standpoint, but BTR cannot be too reckless. They have to wait things out first. They have plenty of ground, they can wait, but for Hill, not so much. They have to pick their poison now.
But even the chicken percentage favors BTR too. So now, both Hale and Xavier will be forced to move forward. We hear gunfire. Nate by Lamborghini and Nate T as well, but none of them truly connected. Oh, and he got Canary. That could be an opening, but then again, Hale Esports, because they have the numbers, so they're not really pressured by their push just yet, but they might be pressured by the blue.
The Blues coming in. We're at stage 9, no more circle at this point. Federales got himself a barricade. Spotted out Hill. There was a straight line of shot. Federales, is he awoke? Is he awakened now? Finally, he's going in. Here's the Federales we're talking about. He's getting 2. BTR, they're not waiting anymore. Federales leash. They are beasts of BTR. This is Federales. Federales leash. They are beasts of BTR. This is Federales.
The Filipino Terminator, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you thought he was sleeping, now he has awakened from his slumber and he helped BTR to lock in the chicken dinner today. Very important chicken dinner as BTR is on the chase for the PMGL Southeast Asia Finals Trophy.
That's what we're talking about, man. I've been waiting that reckless side of Federales to just unleash the beast. We waited since yesterday and finally we got to see it in the first map of Rondo just now. But the Xaviers, they were devastated between the Xaviers and Hill. We didn't get to see who got second and third place just